Before going on to question period, I'd like to make a statement on maintaining order and decorum in the House following the point of order raised during the sitting of May 4th. The rules and practices governing order and decorum are intended, in part, to ensure that proceedings are conducted in a civil, courteous, and respectful manner. In particular, members are expected to address each other through the chair and to avoid making any offensive or disruptive remarks. For example, stating directly or indirectly that a colleague is a liar or has lied is unacceptable. Le maintien de l'ordre et du décorum.
Maintaining order and decorum in the House is a responsibility that has been delegated to chair occupants. This is a task of great importance whose enforcement relies on striking a fine balance between the nearly unlimited freedom of speech in the House and complying with Standing Order 18, which provides, and I quote, "No member shall use offensive words against either House or against any member thereof." End of quote.
When the chair is asked to rule on alleged unparliamentary language, it takes various criteria into account, including the member's tone, manner, and intent, as well as the order in the chamber that follows the remarks. Chair occupants always try to apply the rules consistently. What may appear inconsistent to some is often the result of the fact that every situation is different. As a result, as House of Commons Procedures and Practices, 3rd edition, note on page 624, and I quote, "Language deemed unparliamentary one day may not necessarily be deemed unparliamentary on another day," end quote. Lorsque la présidence juge que le langage...
When the chair finds that a member has used unparliamentary language, the chair may ask the member to withdraw their words and apologize. If the member declines to do so, the chair may then refuse to recognize them or name them and expel them from the chamber for the remainder of the sitting.
Stated during the events of Thursday, May 4th, the chair wishes to reiterate that it will use all the powers at its disposal. To be quite clear, any remarks the chair deems unparliamentary will be required to be withdrawn immediately and accompanied by a full and proper apology. If a member refuses to comply, the chair will cease to recognize them until further notice.
As explained in my statement on November 3rd, 2022, which can be found on page 9298 of the debates, and I quote, "Exchanges between members of the House are sometimes heated and intense, but the chair expects everyone to conduct themselves in a dignified manner and to choose their words carefully." End of quote.
Fin de la citation. À l'approche du mois de juin.
As we approach the month of June, when the parliamentary workload is consistently very heavy, I encourage all members to contribute to the proceedings in a civilized manner in accordance with our rules.
Each have the primary responsibility for maintaining order and decorum. To help members do so, the chair will use in full the powers it has been granted by the members themselves. I thank the members for their attention and their collaboration. Oral questions. Question orale, the Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The Finance Minister admitted a few months ago that the deficit was fanning the flames of inflation. And a bit later, she announced that she would never eliminate the deficits that cause inflation. But there was a grain of common sense in the Liberal Party when they called for a plan to eliminate the deficit and stop fueling inflation. But the Prime Minister admitted that that motion was shot down. When will the government put an end to inflationary deficits? The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, what Liberals said at our convention was that we're the optimistic party. We're the party that believes in Canada. We are a political party that understands the importance of investing in Canadians. When it comes to fiscal matters, Canada's credit rating, AAA credit rating, was upheld after our budget was tabled.
Minister.